I do think it has reached the point of being a mainstream service, and it continues to grow rapidly around the world. We've grown, our user base in Spain has grown 3x just this past year alone, and the number of tweets per day coming out of Spain have grown 2x, 200%. Just this year. So the question of mainstream, though, globally is yes, it's going mainstream, but when you dive into that on a country-by-country basis, there are still places where we're small and growing very rapidly where we're not mainstream yet, and other places where we're already mainstream and continue to grow. I don't really know why that is, to be perfectly frank. We're seeing tremendous growth in places like Japan, Korea, Brazil, and the UK still we're growing quite rapidly. And it's not necessarily because of work that we've done. So, for example, we've translated our service ourselves into French, Italian, German, Spanish, but we have not translated the service yet into Portuguese or Korean, and yet we're growing quite rapidly in Brazil and Korea. I actually think of Twitter as a technology company that's in the media business. And I think the way that it's changed the way we all consume media is it's become more of like a digital pulse for being able to check in and see what's happening and what I've missed over a very brief period of time. So, in fact, I was at a conference the other week where I had to be on a 5-hour flight. And a bunch of us in the technology business were on the flight at the same time. And when we landed, we all checked Twitter right away. Like, what did I miss over the course of the last 5 hours? There was never any one place you could go to before to do that. You had to go to one place for news, another place for sports, another place for technology, etc. Really, nothing. I've been focused on executing and the day-to-day operations of the company for quite some time. I'm going to continue to focus on that. What this role change was all about was allowing Ev Williams, one of the co-founders and the former CEO, more space and time to focus on product vision, which he's quite good at and loves to do. So in his role as CEO, he was having to focus more on operations, annual budgets, human resources issues, and what we've all found here within the company is that when Ev can focus on product strategy and product vision, he's at his best and the company succeeds. So this was more about giving him the opportunity to do that. We very much think that Twitter is going to be a long-living, independent company and that we've only just started and that we're at the very, very beginning of our life. So we absolutely think we're going to grow to be much, much bigger and have a much bigger global impact. What the final size of that is, I don't know, but we really think we're just getting started. Well, I'll tell you, to be perfectly frank, I don't really think of those companies as competitors. They're a social service and where I'm a friend with you and you're a friend with me. And I think of Twitter as more of an information service where I may follow a baseball team or FC Barcelona or Real Madrid, but Real Madrid doesn't follow me. So there's an asymmetry there that's very, very different than the way I think about Facebook.